Okay, so let's begin. We have Jinjayx at 2.6k SR, and I think it's King's Row. Yeah, it's King's Row. And we have a cool comp. This is not a dive. This is the high quality real video gaming comp with a Reinhardt instead of Winston, and also my favorite Hanzo plus a heat scan, which works really well, especially with Reinhardt and Diva. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so I've got to stop it right here already. I think you should always... Oh, never mind, let's put full screen here. But yeah. So I think you should always... You should be already looking through the window before the match starts to see if anyone is on this high ground here. And if there's someone just like standing in the open, he's definitely going to run through this door. And if you shoot a scatter arrow there as soon as the door opens, you're going to get a free kill. And you instantly get the point that way. But also, if you don't... I feel like you could also save your vision arrow for a couple of seconds, since the enemy team will be hiding there. So like you will get like 3 more seconds of wall hacks if you just wait until your team gets to the choke point. Since the sonic arrow really helps your team as well. Okay, this is a good taking the high ground, going for the mercy. Unfortunate no reg. Okay, that was a bad scatter. It could have been good, but it's a YOLO scatter. Another YOLO scatter. And mercy saving you. No help from the team. Nice backing up into the tunnel. Like this is like the strongest thing about Hanzo is if you can force the enemies into small hallways, it's going to be really easy for you to get kills. So this was a really good play. It was this was also the best direction you can escape the enemy team. So that's really good. Winston keeps chasing you as well. Good jukes, but it wasn't what? But yeah, I think you could have just kept running and you would have been outside Winston's range, but the Pharah would have gotten you anyway, so it's not that important. Okay, I think... Wait, what happened to your scatter here? Yeah, so this is the most important thing when playing against dive, is that you need to have your scatter. If you expected the Winston to jump and you had your scatter, you could have done one body shot on the Winston and then scatter arrowed the Winston when he lands. Also, I can't really see if you jump here when the Winston lands. I don't think he jumped there, but if you jump at the same time as the Winston lands next to you, you might get knocked out from his range if you keep running away instantly. So that's a really good way to not die to Winston as well. And they're chasing the Genji, that's good. Backing up the enemy team to get high ground, held back. Nice. I think you could have taken more time to aim your scatter there to make sure that it lands perfectly, but yes, it was still good.
Nanoboost is charging.
I need healing. I need healing. The dragon awakens.
I think you're maybe a bit too far forward, and as a result, you get picked off first by the Genji blade, because that's what triggered Genji's do to Hanzo mains. But yeah, that's
At the beginning.
I don't think you should be on the front line. You should stay behind your team. Okay, that was kind of an overextend as well, but
Someone get that payload moving.
it was kind of unexpected that the enemy team would go into your spawn.
Deterred. See through the
Now I think your team is kind of staggering here. They keep going in without 6 people. That's a good ultimate. Damn, that's a really good ultimate. Whoa! So you shot the ultimate into the small tunnel to get a lot of damage on the Winston, and you managed to pick off everyone else as well. Yeah, that's a good spot. I think you should also crouch here, so that there's a smaller chance to be noticed by the enemies. You still had time to shoot one arrow at someone else after the res. You could have had one more shot there. Otherwise, it's all good.
Nanoboost is charging.
see through the dragon's eyes. Simple geometry.
Unfortunate scatter miss. This good positioning, the enemy team doesn't realize you're up there until now. I think you should have been more aware of where the enemy team's divers are. Like it's okay to get greedy there, take the high ground and try to get picks, but you need to know when to back up. I think I would have done the same play there, but I would have been more scared about the enemy team diving me and been ready to back up in case they go for me.
My ultimate is ready.
So let's get a bit try hard here. Oh, never mind.
See that which is unseen.
So you're using the scatter there. I'm going to say that you used it to get some ultimate charge to get ready there.
My ultimate is ready.
Technically you shouldn't like do more trash damage after you get your ultimate. And with trash damage I mean like just shooting a tank without having any chance of killing him, because you're just going to give ultimate charge to the enemy team's mercy. But that's like top 500 level try-hard tactics. Getting those no regs, kinda overextended there, but survived. You definitely should have backed up there, especially when you heard the Genji ultimate.
My position.
Start over at the beginning.
Nanoboost is ready. Get in there, and I'll hit you.
My ultimate is ready.
60 seconds remaining. Rendezvous at my position.
Nice.
Dragon ready. My ultimate is ready. Enjoy.
Okay, you're once again, I think you're a bit too far forward. Especially for the ultimate, you should have been a bit further back to make sure that you can hit everyone with it. Escaping to the high ground is good. Now you're pretty much... Never mind. 8 HP. You're... I think that was too risky for you to go forward with 8 HP there. You should have just backed up, waited for heals. Although you have the mercy res here. Mercy needs to die. Okay, you lost the fight somehow, but pushed it pretty far. Yeah, this first round was pretty good. I think I should have also focused on target prioritization a bit.
Select your hero.
Let's skip forward to the next round. Let's see what you do at the start here.
5, 4, 3.
That's good, letting your team know that they have a widow. That was a too risky peek. You should have died there. Also, I feel like the best place to shoot your... it's really unlikely that the enemy team is going to peek when the door opens. So, to get some free ultimate charge, you should scatter the main door. Just jump just before the door opens, shoot the scatter over the wall to the front door, and then back up instantly to not get headshotted by the widow.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Dragon stirs.
Defend objective A.
Just good positioning, staying out from the widow's line of sight. The Winston suicides. This is also really good positioning, something that I should be doing more often as well. Although that Orisa has been really scary here. with those ball things. Feel like you would have died in if this was a grandmaster match.
Heroes never die.
Better.
Yeah, that's a really good ultimate. The enemy team is expected to follow when the Winston goes in. Also, I would press tab more often to check if they are switching heroes.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
Marked by the dragon.
That was okay. You see that he's going to shoot at you if you peek, so you back up. That's good. Okay, so this was kinda.
Marked by the dragon.
So here, once again.
Marked by the dragon.
Whoops. So here you see that he's aiming for you. You know that he has a vision arrow in there. So you really shouldn't peek, or you should fake peek. Like you're going to peek, but like not go into his line of sight. You're going to just instantly back up to bait out his arrow, and then you can go for the scatter. But for some reason he didn't even shoot. I guess he was scared that you're going to wreck him. And here you see the Winston. Your reaction should be to get away from any corners. So I would start running to the left. You're giving a free kill to the Winston by staying in this corner. You will most likely still die if you would have went to the left, but you would have forced the Winston out from the fight as well.
Minor setback.
Quit lollygagging. Get on the point.
Also, they have double sniper, so
Stop them now. Clear the point.
having a Reinhardt is really valuable here.
Lost.
I need
Stop
healing.
the payload.
The dragon awakens. Marked by the dragon.
Okay, you're incredibly overextended. This is really bad. Going for some super YOLO 1v6 clutch. that was like insane overextension. You really should have done that.
Never surrender.
But like, it could have been cool. Like, it could have been really good, but even if you managed to win the team fight, you would have still most likely died, and your spawn is so far away that it's still not value even if you win the fight.
See that which is
Defense is all about staying alive, especially when the enemy team is.
need healing.
Enemy team has a closer spawn.
Helden sterben nicht.
Also, I need to.
That which is unseen.
I think you should have.
See that which is unseen.
Yeah, like you see the Mercy here, flying to the high ground, which means the Pharaoh is there as well. And so you really shouldn't just go up the stairs here. It's really risky. But it's okay to
Helden sterben nicht.
overextend now that you have the Mercy healing you as well. Force the 2v2 fight. That was a YOLO scatter. So now your positioning is pretty good. You're not on front of your team. You're using the corner as cover as well. You should have heard the Pharaoh there. Up in the air. I think you should have went for the Pharaoh instead of just spamming the Winston. There you got punished since there was no one to finish off the Pharaoh.
A minor setback.
I think you could,
Group up with me.
like, if you listened more to the sounds, you would get even more information about the enemy team's positioning. Okay, McCree is flanking.
Nano boost almost ready. My ultimate
Yeah, what's the Mercy doing? What happened? Mercy didn't heal instantly for some reason. I think you had some mild overextending there once again, but it's also good to get as close as you can to the enemies to get picks.
30 seconds remaining.
My ultimate is charged. Don't let up. It's almost over.
So I saw someone in my peripheral vision. That's the diva.
Wakateki wo kurau!
Heal up.
10 seconds remaining.
Ooh. Okay, I think you would have, you should have melee'd the diva mech there, but otherwise that was pretty good.
Group up at my position.
Payload has reached Arrge.
Surrender.
Earthshatter, ready.
Okay, taking the high ground, this is good.
Marked by the dragon.
Tagging the Winston. It's good to shoot at the Winston here because he's going to jump onto you when he gets his cooldowns back. So you might have been able to get some picks if you shot at someone else, but then the Winston would have jumped on you with full HP. Although I think he did have full HP there anyways, but I think it was still the best play to focus on the Winston.
Helden sterben nicht.
Once again, you're really overextended here, but it's paying off. Going for the insane flank arenas.
Keep your head and let's take this home.
Your team is really backed up for no reason.
Wakateki wo kurau!
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. Maybe you should have went for the only thing that could have I might have done differently is I would have went for the Genji 1v1. Although same time there was a lot of free kills on the payload and the Genji most likely can't hit you if you just keep running around. So
Final score. 3.
I think that was overall pretty good. Your aim is really good. Your positioning is kind of good, but I feel like you maybe play a bit too aggressively. And you have the same problem as me, doing those YOLO scatters. And scatter is usually a guaranteed kill, so you should take as much time as you can to aim the scatter. So, let me think about the points here. So at some points you're overextending too much, especially for playing on defense. And you should take more time to aim your scatters and save your scatters for the Winston diving you. And like, oh, and you should practice listening to the in-game sounds to get more information about where the enemy team is. Like I feel like even some top 500 players don't listen to footsteps and sounds from the enemy team players, but it can be insanely valuable. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Jinjayx, for submitting this VOD. It was really good. And I hope it was helpful to you, Jinjayx, and to all you viewers as well. And I definitely learned some stuff here as well. Some gameplay stuff and like what I should do differently in the future VOD reviews. But yeah, that was I feel like that was a pretty good VOD review. Let's move on to video gaming.